Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. For today's video, I thought that it would be fun while we are still fresh into the new year to talk about 2022 beauty trend predictions. So every year, magazines, blogs will put out their predictions for what we're going to see in beauty in the new year, and I thought we could talk about it from a skin, hair, and makeup perspective, of course. Did I already say that? The memory is off to a great start today. But I thought it would be fun to do a little commentary reaction style video on all of these trends, talk about things that I'm excited to embrace, things that I would not at all embrace, even if it became a trend, maybe things that I'm skeptical about, that I don't really agree with, and I want you guys to chat with me too. So as we talk through this video, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But if you would like to hear my thoughts on a bunch of 2022 beauty trend predictions, you've come to the right spot, and we'll jump into that in a second. But before we do, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and drop a comment below with a beauty trend that you're excited about and or one that you are not excited about in the new year. Thank you so much for doing all of those things. It really helps to support me with the YouTube algorithm, so I appreciate you so much. And if you need anything from me at all, slow down, girl. Slow down. If you need anything from me at all, it's going to be listed in my description box below, including Lightroom preset filters for editing your Instagram photos, my SPF merch, of course, timestamps, discount codes, links to any products that I may reference, and links to my favorite beauty products of all time. All right, let's talk trends for the upcoming year. Okay, let's start off with Harper's Bazaar. So they are predicting Skinimalism as a trend, and they're essentially saying skincare brands are now prioritizing quality over quantity. And to that I have to say, are they though? I do generally feel that there are fewer launches in skincare than in makeup, but there are still new skincare launches all the time, and I don't think I would agree that this is something that is wildly adopted by all brands. One brand that does come to mind when I think about not coming out with product launches hardly ever is The Ordinary. However, I wouldn't necessarily consider that brand to be a representation of Skinimalism because they have so many products in their assortment that it's set up in a way to encourage you to buy multiple, which obviously is not minimal. So I would be curious to know if there are any skincare brands that you guys feel really do stand for Skinimalism. I mean, I'm sure there are some out there, but mainstream, I can't think of any off the top of my head that have now prioritized quality over quantity. Well, that's definitely not me saying that brands that come out with products more frequently are coming out with products that are not quality, because I think a lot of brands launch products often, but they're really nice products. So I don't necessarily think that those two things always go hand in hand, even though they definitely can. So Skinimalism, we'll see. Next is Fermented Beauty / Microbiome Skincare. So this is a big trend in Japan and Korea right now, and includes things like pre and probiotic skincare with ingredients that are allegedly supposed to protect and enhance our natural skin barrier. This is something that I definitely need to research more. I don't know if I own any products that have claims like that on the label right now. I think I get nervous with a trend like this because it could very easily turn into a clean beauty movement type trend. But with that being said, anything that is supposed to protect and enhance the skin barrier, I am interested in. I will research. So if that's a topic that you guys are into, let me know and I can definitely look into it more. I feel like, yeah, I'm looking on Google right now. There are a couple products that I recognize. I just typed in fermented skincare ingredients and products, and some Asian skincare brands I recognize. Something I keep seeing ads for is this SK2 facial treatment essence. They must have just gone crazy with ads over the holiday season because I felt like I saw every ad was this SK2. Maybe I need to try it. It's expensive. So I feel nervously optimistic about this trend. Next is hybrid cosmetics and makeup, which we definitely started to see much more in 2021. So complexion skincare products that have sunscreen added. They reference the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. Another example is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Tinted SPF that came out this past year. There have been more product launches like that that, which I am sure you guys know I am a huge fan of, and you guys obviously are too. That's why you're here. But they're also saying, even as far as lip color care, just more balms and serums that are kind of this hybrid between cosmetics and makeup. Generally, I like the idea of encouraging brands to include really nice skincare ingredients in their makeup products, but I would say I care about this way more when it comes to complexion products like foundation, tinted moisturizer, anything in that realm than I do for products like a mascara, because I've started to see that, or a bronzer. Like, let's really, when I've already got my skincare and then my foundation or whatever base on, and then powder. I mean, if it was a cream bronzer, it's closer, but still, it's like at some point we've got all these layers. Is it really making a difference at that point? So this one's a yes and no for me, because I feel like there are definitely products where it's completely unnecessary, but others where I'm like, yes, please, I would love more of that. And the last prediction I wanted to bring up is for more Y2K beauty looks. So obviously this has already started to unfold. It did in 2021, probably in 2020, right? If you're really trendy, which I am not. But they are predicting even more Y2K beauty looks, like going in harder. Baby braids, icy eyeshadow, body shimmer. I can confidently say that that has already gone mainstream, because a girl went viral on TikTok twice on my For You page just putting body glitter on. And I was like, I love this for you. Amazing. But the one I feel so triggered by, I literally just wrote a bunch of question marks next to it, is thin brows. How thin are we talking? Because if it's just my brows, which I think a lot of people would consider to be thin, but this is me pretending to have eyebrows, I am on board. I've never been able to participate in the bold, feathered, anything brow look for obvious reasons. So I like it in theory, unless we mean like, there's no way. That's just never gonna happen again. Okay, let's move on to Birdie's predictions. First is Maximalist color with minimalist skin. So natural foundations and concealers with an emphasis on blush for a more plump, rounded look instead of a super contoured, defined look. Colorful, abstract eyes, fun, bright lips, more transparent yet perfected brows. What's that mean? Probably like less intensely colored in brows, which you have seen me rock accidentally once or twice on this channel. This one is interesting to me, because typically when I think of a brightly colored look, like bright eyeshadow, bright lipstick, it's paired with a full beat, full coverage kind of look. And obviously part of the reason for that is just me being brought up in the makeup era that I was, being 27 years old. But I like the idea of having everything look more natural and skin-like, and just the less is more, a less done up look, but still being able to incorporate fun elements like a bright liner or a brightly colored blush. I actually was recently watching a Kathleen Lights video. I don't know which one, but I love her so much. And she recommended a makeup artist that she follows on Instagram that I immediately thought of when I was reading this. Her name is Katie Jane Hughes. I'll list her Instagram in my description box below. I followed her right away because Kathleen was right. Her looks are stunning. She does exactly this. Very natural looking skin with really fun pops of color, and she makes it feel a lot less intimidating. I don't know if I'm ever going to do it though. I'm gonna be honest. I just feel like I'm playing it so much safer than I ever used to with makeup. It's not that I don't love the way this looks, because I absolutely do, but will I do it myself? Okay, a skincare trend that they have predicted is face tightening, which I would argue is not a new trend and hasn't been for a long time. That's just been a goal that people have had as we age for a while, but I think it's because there's some new technology that's coming out that's going to make this even more prevalent. So one is Daxi, which apparently is a longer lifespan Botox. That sounds very interesting. I've never gotten Botox. I don't have anything against it. I know some people love it for preventative purposes. I just haven't felt a need to get it at this point. I say that as I'm frowning like that. I'm definitely not saying I won't get Botox later in life. I'm sure I'll try it at one point, but right now I'm like, I'm good with my results using tretinoin, but longer lifespan. What if that like freezes your face? The hypochondriac in me always is a little nervous. But I think the bigger technology is this new device called Elocore. It says it has rapidly automated fine needles that are literally extracting little cores of skin away from the area of treatment. These tiny holes then close up very quickly and help to improve wrinkles and skin tightening without having to do actual facelifting. So you are removing my face. This stuff is wild to me. I would be so curious to know if any of you guys get skincare procedures done like that. It's an area that I haven't explored whatsoever. And again, I'm sure I will dive in at some point, but wow. A couple hair trends they're predicting are saturated hair colors and peekaboo placements. Like this? I hope to God not. Again, I feel like it's like the skinny eyebrow thing. There's no way it could ever be that again. It's gotta be a 2022 version of that. I mean, that's kind of how trends work, but I got a little scared because that's gonna haunt me. The fact that I did that and had black hair basically underneath. Surprise, when I have bleached hair on top. That's gonna haunt me until the day I die. But in a subtle way, I feel like that's kind of how my hair looks actually. Like just brighter towards the front, a little darker underneath. So okay, no change for me. And then as far as blondes go, they are predicting golden and natural blondes will replace ashy and cool toned blondes. So I have been trying to go more golden in my color for months at this point, but because my hair was already bleached cooler and more ashy, it fades so quickly. So it looks exactly how I want it for like a month, maybe two, but that's kind of pushing it. And then it fades and the bleach comes back. So I have been trying to do this for a while. I really love that. It's just gonna take me a little bit of time to fully get there, but it's definitely feeling better than it was. However, I thought that blondes were not cool anymore. So I'm gonna take this as proof that blondes are going to still be trending in 2022. It's actually funny because I feel like in most of the TikToks I see where they talk about the fact that blonde is like out of style now, everyone's like, we never said that in the comments. I don't know where it started. Next, they predict cleaning up clean beauty to be a trend moving forward, saying that this year was a rough one for clean beauty. Was it? So they're saying that there's going to be an expectation that brands drill down about what clean means to them. So this is interesting because I feel like scientists and cosmetic formulators have been fighting this fight for a really long time. And then people like me who are super into beauty in the industry and what experts have to say started to pick up on that and speak out on it as well. But I don't feel that this has gone super mainstream yet, and I feel like there is still such a huge push for clean products. And I like the idea of brands being more transparent, but I think there's still a problem in allowing brands to define what clean means. So when they're like, people are gonna expect brands to drill down and really talk about what clean means to them, they shouldn't be the ones defining that. That word shouldn't even be used in beauty. So I don't love the idea of each brand having its own set of rules when it comes to clean. Again, this is something I think we should look to scientists and cosmetic formulators for opinions on. Chemists, medical professionals, they should all be setting the tone, you know, over a brand. But I like that they're addressing the fact that clean beauty is not without problem. As a start. Okay, the last magazine article I wanted to reference is the Global Cosmetic Industry magazine. Okay, so one of the trends that they're predicting is called waterless washing, and they go on to talk about how waterless beauty is a trend that is really up and coming in the industry right now, and it's driven by the desire for more sustainable, shelf-stable products, which I think is great. I could just be totally missing this, but I feel confused about this article and brand that they link as reference. So it's a brand called Everest that has recently launched. They launched a year ago. My bad. I hadn't heard about this brand before I read this article. So it says Everest launches with a line of waterless hair care. So the idea is that it's a new, clean, zero-waste beauty company that has debuted with the launch of its waterless hair care products. So their launch of a waterless shampoo and conditioner was formulated as a cream paste, and it says it contains coconut-derived cleansers, aloe, essential oils, and other clean ingredients. The formulas are activated with water from the shower and are clean, biodegradable, vegan, cruelty-free, and zero waste. Don't get me wrong, zero waste, cruelty-free, vegan, these are all things that I would love to see more of in the beauty space. Biodegradable, of course, we support it. It's not like I don't support that. But I just feel a little sad about the fact that this was pulled into the clean beauty movement at the same time. Like they're all one and the same. Like that's all in the same sentence, separated by commas, you know? I don't know if I just am completely missing something here, but aren't all shampoos and conditioners activated with water from the shower? I feel like I'm going a little crazy. So they do quote the CEO of this company called Everest later on in the article, saying that there's a world of misinformation and greenwashing, and that zero waste and clean beauty requires a great amount of thoughtfulness to ensure it's done right. I mean, I would agree with that, and I obviously haven't looked into these products or tried them, so keep that in mind. It's just like at face value, I feel a little bit confused, and I think I'm especially sensitive to this topic right now because I just filmed an entire video talking all about sulfate hate and how something like peppermint is not going to cleanse your scalp. So I'm just hoping, without really diving into this, that that's not a play on the sulfate hate train. That video is going to be up shortly, I think actually within the next couple uploads. So stay tuned for that, but I think that's why this triggered me, you know, maybe a little bit more than it would other people. All right, now that my face is looking properly shiny, we're gonna wrap up this video here. I have to say, I feel like my new setup here in my new Chicago apartment, overall better lighting at first, but as the day goes on and I get just a little bit of sweaty, like my oils kick in a little bit, the light setup here makes it look 1,000,000 times worse than it is in person. I promise. I look at the footage like, oh, it doesn't look like that in the mirror, but I have these really intense filming lights directly shining on my face, basically. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts on all of these trend predictions in the comments below. Are you excited about some? Are you not excited about some? Let's all chat, and if you would like more videos like this, things that just feel maybe a little bit more like a commentary video as it relates to beauty, let me know. I would definitely love to do more, and let me know what kinds of topics you guys would like me to talk about. I think it would be fun to do a video talking about packaging and branding and marketing. Like there's so many things I could do there because I actually do come from a marketing background. Anyway, that's a story for another time. Let's wrap up this video here. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, click on that notification bell, and send my channel to a friend. Thank you as always for doing those things. They help me so much, so it means the world. I love you guys. Thank you again for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. It'll be up in a few days, but until then, I hope you have a great few days.